Hello, Bernadette. Hello, everyone. My name's Alison Michaela, and I'm really pleased to be doing a live this afternoon. So just let everybody join and say hello in the chat when you do. Hello, Kirsty. Hello, Jade. Lovely for you to all join us. Hello, Davey. Hopefully, I apologise now if I say anybody's name wrong. Hopefully, I'll be all right today. I'd like to say it's a beautiful July afternoon, but it's actually quite overcast here, but we're not complaining. Davey, I'll try and get through as many people as I can. We're just going to let everybody join first of all, so that the activity on the chat calms down a bit, so that I can pick up messages. And hello. Oh, that's going to test me. Eggley, if you want to say how I pronounce your name, apologies. I probably made a real hash of that, but you are so welcome. Hello. Hi, Sam. Hi, Darian. Hi, Amy. And I'm going to get through as many messages as I can. Michelle Mini Matching. Hi there, Patrick. Hi there, Tammy. Lovely to see so many of you join us today. So just a reminder before we start, I'm an evidential medium. So I will be connecting with spirit, and I'm going to be giving you their personality and little things that you will recognize your spirit or your loved one in spirit by. So it's really important that you don't just wait for the golden nugget or their name and address before you come forward and say you recognize who I'm connecting with. It's up to my job is to divide up if there's lots of people who can take it, but please do put yes in the chat when I'm working if you can recognize what I'm saying. Just a reminder that if I don't bring your loved ones through or get you a message today, it's not because they're not here wanting to speak with you and connect with you. It's purely just who I reach up and who I make that connection with. I always liken it to going to a party. There's loads of people in the room, and it just so happens who you get drawn to. So please don't feel that they're not there. They'll always be there wanting to speak with you. Hello, Mel. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Amy. Hello, Christine. Hello, Jade. And what else do I want to say? I will never, ever reach out to any of you individually offering a read or anything like that. I'm more than happy for you to contact me. My webpage is up there. You've got my email address. So it's authenticmedium.co.uk or authenticmedium@gmail.com. You can reach out, but none of us readers here will ever reach through to you. That's how we protect you from scammers. So if anyone is offering you paid readings directly, then please just block them or ignore them. They're not through us. And there's lots of lovely readers on here. Hello, Tilly. Okay, so in a moment, I'm going to make my first connection. Once I start reading, it's really helpful for me if the chat can quieten because I can't see any of your lovely faces, which makes it so much harder than working on Zoom when I can connect with your energy in a better way. So it's important that when you recognize who I'm connecting with, you're able to put yes in the messages, and then I can start working with you directly. Remember, the more quickly I'm able to place people, the more of you will get messages, because I'll carry on working for the whole hour and we'll get through as many of you as we can. Okay, lovely. Right, I'm just going to take a big drink. Hello, Helen. And again, apologies for anyone's name I've completely hashed. It is my fault. I need to get better at pronouncing names. Okay, so I'm going to reach up to Spirit now and see who we have coming through. We've still got some people joining us, which is lovely. Hello, Angel. And see what our loved ones want to say. Okay. The very first person I want to bring through and just put out there, the first bit of evidence she's given me is quite specific. So I'm hoping somebody can take this. It's a lady. and she's showing me red hair. I feel like she dyed her hair because it's more of a purpley red or a burgundy. It's bright though, so I do feel like I'm working with a lady who definitely coloured her hair and would colour her hair brightly. So I suppose it could be somebody with naturally orange hair, but I do feel like this is somebody with more of a burgundy, purple or deep red. It was like that was her signature thing. So if anyone can take this lovely lady with red hair or purpley hair, then please let me know. Just say so in the chat. It looks like you've all managed to join StreamYard as well, because otherwise I just get Facebook user in the messages. Okay, so remember, if you want to connect with me, you can. And we're looking for the evidence to come through. Hello, Alli Angel. So I thought I said Alli Angel, who I know, but I don't know Angel. So there we go. Okay. Perfect. It's not an issue anymore. Well, that's a really good thing. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to carry on connecting with this lady. I do feel like her hair was an important part of her. So we're looking at a lady that dyed her hair. We're looking at a lady who wasn't afraid to show her character in how she dressed or her style. She had confidence in this is me. And new to you, yes. Well, welcome, Angel. Lovely to work with you. Hello, Ian, too. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so this lady that I'm working with, I feel she's 40s to 60s. I feel like she dyed her hair. I feel that she would have been somebody who wore quite... she had a distinctive style, just like I've got this beautiful dress on today. I feel like her clothes would have made a statement about her. So I'm just going to sit and see if anyone can take this lovely lady. I do feel like she likes to chat, and she's quite... I feel like she'd have been really into something like this, actually. I feel like she would have been quite spiritual. Okay, so let's see, who have we got? Let's see a little bit more about her. I'm also feeling cats today, so there's definitely, I feel definitely she would have had a connection to cats. Okay, so let's see. I know it takes a little while for people to come through, so I'm just going to recap. So we have a lady, and she is somebody that dyed her hair. She's somebody that had her own distinctive style, and she is somebody who cats. There is a connection with cats. Okay, Veronica's the moderator, and I know Veronica because she sets up these, but we're not generally friends, as in I haven't met her in person. So Veronica, can I just check if you could just type in, can you take the red purpley hair or the dyed hair? That was the first bit of evidence that came through. If anyone else can take the hair, then please put into the chat. Okay, Diane Steele. Okay, I felt she occasionally did. Okay, so Diane, I'm feeling that, I think I said 40 to 60 when I connected, first of all. I feel like she's certainly got a youthful age around her. Bright hair, but dyed hair. Can't take bright hair, but dyed hair. Yeah, absolutely, it's a dye, because it's not a natural colour that I'm seeing. It's gorgeous, but it isn't a natural colour. She definitely told me she dyes her hair. Okay, let's see what else we've got with her. Her hair is quite a distinctive part of her, though, because that was the first bit of evidence that she brought through. Okay, bright red hair too, Bernadette. Okay, she definitely, there's something about cats. So Diane and Bernadette, and Veronica, can you all take cats, because that's her next big bit of evidence. So if you can just rule yourself out or in, that would be really helpful. Her hairstyle was distinctive, but was a dark colour. She had loads of cats over the years. Okay. All right. I do feel cats are important. Okay, so let's see where else we're going. So we've got this lovely lady with this vibrant hair and she's got cats. Let's see what else she wants to give me. I do feel like she would have been into spiritual stuff or sort of open to those conversations. And I feel like she had a sense of style. So somebody said style earlier. Let's see what else she's going to give me. Okay, boots. She's showing me boots. And these boots, I want to say they're flat boots. I'm not sure they've got a heel to them, almost like with a, they've got a lace up. It's a lace up boot. So can you take lace up boots? I feel like this is quite an important part of her, or certainly distinctive. There's something distinctive about boots with her. Okay, so I'm just going to let Diane and Veronica both reply about the boots. Hopefully that will separate them out. Sorry for everybody that's watching. It's just a lag on getting the comments going, but we will get there. She had a pair of lace-up boots. Perfect. So I'm just going to check that I've ruled out Diane. Can take a funny story from the past about long boots. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I love it when spirit do this. They're really making me work hard. So let's see what else we can get. So we've got lace up boots. We've got a distinctive style. We've got cats and we've got this gorgeous hair. And the final thing I've got is she's either smoking incense or she's smoking a cigarette, because I see some smoke around her. I'll just see if I can lean into that. I feel at some point in her life, smoking would have been a bit. So both. Okay, so incense and smoking, Veronica. Okay, and Diane, she smoked too. Right, okay, they're going to make me work today. Let's see. Okay, can you take the letter S around her? Can either of you, does an S make sense? I feel it's a letter to do with S, whether it's a place she lived or a name. See if I can get... just seeing if that rules either of them out or in. So Veronica and Diane, can you take an S as in Susan or something like that for either of you? So we've got a sister and her ex-hubby. Okay. Okay, so let's see what else she can give me. She finds this quite funny, so I do feel like she'd have had a sense of humour about her as well, because she's loving this. She's almost liking the attention, is what I would say. Her daughter is Susan, and I said the word Susan. Okay, because I said the word Susan, I feel like that's a really important point. So thank you, Veronica, for responding. Please listen in, but I do feel like I'm with Diane just because of the Susan bit, because that's what came out. So I have to trust spirit. Okay, so well, fantastic that we've placed with you, Diane. Let's see what she wants to say. I do feel like she's bringing this sense of fun, this sense of style to today's live and to you. I feel like she wants you to remember her, but also to remember her freedom. She had like a free way of living, of looking at life. I do feel like she had her own take on things, and she wants you to take just a little leaf out of her book. She didn't get everything right, but certainly she had attention lover, so sometimes to sparkle, sometimes to have the attention, sometimes to be that person that's in the spotlight is never a bad thing, and to have that confidence. So there's a bit of a confidence message for you as well. She wants you to know you're beautiful, so shine, and to stand out, so that, I don't know if there's something you're doing this week or this month where you need to stand out and catch some eyes. So is it an interview or a night out or something like that? But there's something that you need to sparkle at, and she really wants you to take a leaf out of her book, have a bit of free spirit about you. Don't be so worried about the here and now, the bills and all of those things. Just have some chill time. But there is an event you need to be going to within the month where you need to sparkle. Absolutely. So hopefully you will be able to understand that message. Okay. I've understood. Diane, I do apologise because I thought it was you that said Susan, and it's actually Bernadette. That's where this messaging thing, I need to get more on the ball with this. Bernadette, I apologise. You can probably take the message, Diane, because I connected in with your energy, but you're doing your own readings online this month. Well, that's where you need to sparkle, Bernadette. That makes absolute sense for you, why she's saying that there's going to be this event and you need to shine, and you will shine. She's going to be there because she loves all of this. She loves the attention. She loves the vibe. She loves the energy. So draw on that. Draw on her. Think of her before you go on. Don't be nervous. You will be nervous. Of course you're nervous. You should have seen me just before this one. But Spirit won't let you down. Spirit won't let you down. They'll be there, and you're going to really do well. So send me a link of when you're doing your live and I'll come and join you. I'll come and watch you. So you're going to be awesome. So Bernadette, thank you. Diane, I'm really sorry I messed that up with the messaging bit, but you never know, we might get back later. All right. Okay. So Bernadette, I'm going to say thank you so much for giving me that Susan bit of evidence that helped me place her, and your confidence will be all over the place, but just remember, it's not you that's here. You know, what's the worst that can happen? I can look like a complete doofer on Facebook. Well, and hundreds of people might see it. Well, that's not really the end of the world, is it? I'm here to give spirit messages, and as long as we just know that we're here to represent spirit, I'm like the Amazon delivery driver. All I have to do is get it right and say what I'm given. And as poor Diane pointed out earlier, I don't always get that right either. So we're human though, aren't we? We're human. So you will be fine. Okay. Right, let's get on to our next link then, our next link. Okay, so I have a gentleman coming in here with me. He's got a very different energy. He's very practical. He's very down to earth. He would not have been into any of this during lifetime. He would have been, he's a homeboy. He's definitely a homeboy. I do feel like he's 60s, 70s. He's older. I don't feel like he's 1890s though. I feel like he's like that 60s, 70s bit. I feel like he had perhaps a little bit of weight on him before he passed. And I just feel like he's a bit of a straight talker. I feel like he wasn't a man of many words because he's not bowling me over with information being heard. So let's just recap. We have a lovely gentleman here who's really down to earth, really black and white, not a huge talker, and he is in his 60s to 70s. Okay, let's just see where we're going with this. What else with him? Okay, he's showing me that he had a little bit of weight on him. Darian, you can take this. Okay, and Uncle Bart with a father figure. So we've got a few of you. Let's ask him to give me some more so we can settle it out. I feel like he's happy at home. He's absolutely got a garden. He likes to be outside. He likes to potter. I feel like that's to get him out of the house a little bit, because I feel like I don't know if it's a shed or it's somewhere he goes just to potter in his space. And he does like listening to the radio. So I feel like that's an important part. He does like listening to the radio. He likes to have something on in the background while he's just doing his thing. Okay, still take it all, Diane. Lovely. It would be lovely if somebody did come through for you, Diane, after earlier. Let's just see what else there is with him. Okay, I do feel like there's something to do with him picking up, like, I don't know if it's screws or nuts or something like that. He's not afraid to get his hands a little bit dirty, and certainly his clothes would be very practical. This is not a suit man at all. He's not happy he's just happy in his his normal clothes. I do feel like he's married, and I do feel like he as I said, they are married, but he likes to get away. He likes to just have his own space. He likes to listen to the radio. And there's also something, he has something with a cup of tea. I feel like it's a specific biscuit or a specific, it's like at 11 o'clock. He has a drink and there's something with it. I'm just trying to get what it is. Okay. So Diane, can you take all of this? No garden there. Okay. I'm going to repeat, he liked his cuppers. Okay. So Diane, I'm just going to repeat the evidence, and Diane and everyone else, if you just reply, can anyone take everything that I've said? So we've got a garden, we've got somebody that was not simple in the mind, but just liked being at home. We've got somebody who liked to get out in their shed, somebody who liked to listen to the radio, somebody who maybe put on a little bit of weight. I don't see it as being massive, but just that little bit plumper side. And he definitely had a garden, and he liked to have a tea at 11 o'clock, and he would have something with that. Okay, so Diane, I feel I'm with you because no one else can take absolutely everything. So I feel like we've finally found your person. Okay, Diane, I'm feeling, is this granddad? He's got a paternal energy around him, but I'm feeling it might be one removed. So I'm just feeling either step or up. So it's up granddad or step somebody. So I'm just going to let you reply to that. And can you understand something about his teeth? Has he got false teeth? There's something about his teeth you'll be able to understand. I'm just being drawn to his mouth. So I'm just going to wait to see if you can answer that. And remember, if I give evidence and you can't understand it, please tell me, because I need to feel into it, because it's an energy that I'm working with. Yes, it's your dad. Okay. I asked them just to give you something very specific. So you will understand why he's telling you about his teeth. Okay, false teeth, yes. And I do feel like he'd have flicked them a little bit or done something with them occasionally. So, but you understand that false teeth bit. Okay. Okay, I do feel like you're close, and I feel, although I said he's not a man of many words, you absolutely was very sure in his love for you, and he's I want to, like, you know, take them out and put back in again, you know, like with your tongue, how they poke them out and put them back in again. Anyway, he's making me laugh, so I do feel like he'd be somebody that would make you laugh. Okay, let's get a message. Why has he come through for you? Well, because he's your dad. Of course he's going to come through. Let's see what we can get for you. Okay. Okay, Diane, I just feel like you've needed a bit of a boost recently. You've just needed a bit of like confidence and support. And there's been a lot going on, a lot of thoughts going on in your head. So I don't know if there's stuff you're organising or things you've got going on, but I'm just feeling like maybe overwhelmed or overstretched. There's something, either you're very busy. So he used to do that to the kids. He's got such a lovely sense of humour. And it is his sense of humour he's bringing through, because I really feel with that sense of you being quite busy and there being lots going on, what he wants to remind you is to have a laugh, to have that laughter, to engage with just that time where you know you're not getting het up with things going on. Okay, absolutely. So you can take all of his messaging. They know what you need to hear. And he wants you to know he's with you. He is with you. And I feel like he's got a real connection with one of your kids as well. So don't be surprised if one of them talks about him a lot, because I just feel like they feel his presence, and they're absolutely right. He is with them. Absolutely. You need to giggle more. Absolutely. Absolutely. He wants you to bring that laughter. Do you know, he's saying there's no problem that doesn't look smaller with a good laugh. And, you know, just some high energy, and, you know, things will always be there. But if we can just bring some sunshine, some happiness and some laughter, you're son was born on his 50th. Oh, well, he's recognizing that. They're very close. He's close to him. And I feel they will feel him around because he's sending them signs. He's sending them love. He tells me they're all awesome and they're going to go far. He tells me that they're all really, really, he's very, very proud. So I'm going to leave you with his love and say thank you. Absolutely, Dad is with you. He's very close. You're very connected, yeah, absolutely. So please take his love, and you know that he's with you. So that's gorgeous. Okay, and I'm pleased because of my mess up earlier. I'm happy that you got a read, Diane. Okay. So just remember, everyone, if I don't bring your loved one through, it's not that they don't want to speak to you. It's purely who comes through to me today during this hour. I do them every other week. So hopefully if you don't get a read today, then either one of the other lovely mediums on this channel or next time I will be able to bring through for you. So I'm just going to connect in and see who we have here. Okay, so this next person that I'm connecting with, I do need to talk about a motorbike, and I want to talk about motorbike leathers. So I do feel like it's somebody who would have had all of the leathers as well as the bike, and I do feel like it's a younger energy. So I'm just going to connect in. Don't always be hooked on the ages because I don't always get it right, but I feel like I'm with somebody younger, almost like in their 40s here, but it might just be their energy is quite up. I feel like this person also had a family, and I do feel like I'm with a male. I'm going to plant that there. I was questioning, but I do feel like it's a male. I wouldn't be surprised at one time if they didn't have their hair a little bit longer, but certainly I feel like I'm with a male. So if anyone can take a male who had a motorbike and had some leathers that they would wear, and please say yes in the chat. I also feel like music is quite important to this person as well. Angel could be my brother, and Kirsty, yes, I can take all of this. So I feel like music is really important to this person as well. And I do feel that they like to be around their clan. And I know that people who are into biking can be quite close, but certainly they like to be around their like-minded friends. It's almost like the families all entwined. The friends all live they don't all live together, but they're spending a lot of time together. Okay, so we've got Angel, Kirsty and Bernie. Okay, let's see. Not him then. Okay, Angel, thank you. That's really helpful to step back. So Kirsty and Bernie, let's see if we can separate out and get one of you. What am I hearing? Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing two letters now. I'm hearing an M, like from Mark, and an S as well. So can either of you take an S name or an M name? I'd love to be able to get names in there full, but I'm really working on that. So hopefully when you watch me in about 6 months' time, I'll be going, oh, it's Mark, or oh, it's Stephen. But I'm working on that one. So work in progress. We're all work in progress. Okay, Alison, it could be you. Kirsty, yes. Just lost the links then. So I'm just reading down. Just apologise while I catch up. Bernie, you can't. Okay, so Darian, Ray. Okay, so what I'm going to ask everybody now is Shane. Okay, so Darian, you can't take long hair and leathers. Okay, I feel. And Alison, no S. I'm going to go with Kirsty because she's got Shane and she's been here right from the beginning with all of that evidence. Okay, so Shane. Okay, you would understand Shane having a sense of humor, but at times being moody as well. So he's kind of like, yes, he's got that sociable bit, but he can also get a wee bit moody as well, just in his how he is. Would you understand that, Kirsty? I just want to give you a little bit more evidence before I go into the oh yes, absolutely. Okay. So I feel like he's a little bit up and down, and he's not afraid to tell us how he is. So you know his mood, his mood. But there's a lot of people that love him, despite him necessarily sometimes being a bit challenging or a bit, he's very, very loved and given a lot of slack by people. You'd understand this, Kirsty. So why has Shane come through? Let's see. Okay, and absolutely well loved. And the final bit of evidence he wants me to bring through before I bring through his message, I feel he had a tattoo or tattoos. Would you understand that? And the reason I say that is I feel like your message has got something to do with tattoos, which is a little bit odd. But I feel like, I don't know if you've been thinking about getting a new one, or there's something about you or there's something about somebody's got a tattoo in memoriam of him or something like that. I just feel like there's something about tattoo that I'm hearing with him. So I'm just going to let Kirsty reply in case I need to feel into that energy for him. Okay, so I feel like this tattoo is either one that you've got or you're thinking of getting a new tattoo. I have this with his brother's name on me. Oh, bless you. Okay, so I really wanted to get that evidence burnt down that it's absolutely him. We know that it's him now. The first thing he wants to do is give you a hug, but he's sort of running up behind you to give it you in a bit of a run up and squeeze you kind of way. He wants you to remember you're an amazing lady. He wants you to keep your energy and vibration high. He wants you to laugh. There's a bit of a laughter, a being high message for us all here today, and he wants you to remember how much you listen, how much time you give people, and to just know that you are awesome. He says follow your dreams. He says you've got so many ideas and things going on at the moment in all different areas of your life, and he just says follow them. He says that all is good, all is good. And there's just something about being a bit silly. I feel like there's just something about be a bit silly sometimes. Yeah, and it's his message about being silly. Crack open a beer bottle and just be a bit silly, or have a cup of tea and be silly. He's just wanting you to just chill out. You've been quite busy, you're doing all of those things. So I hope you understand that message. And Kirsty, thank you for working with me. Lovely. Okay, so let's see who we've got now. Okay, it seems to be quite a male day today, because I've got another male, and equally I don't feel that he's that old either. I feel he's probably between the ages of 30 and 50. I feel like he's even just shifted just that little bit younger, and I feel like he was known for his sense of humor. I do feel like he made people laugh. I don't feel like he took himself too seriously, and I feel like he again, I feel like there's this theme of sort of music, freedom, and just this sense of exploration. He didn't like being pinned down. I feel like he wasn't a great one for authority or responsibility. I'm not saying he didn't have it, but it just weighted him a little bit. He wasn't in his. He preferred to be a bit freer than that, I feel. So who can take this this and in fact, when I want to call him a man, he's sort of like, really, that sounds a bit too formal almost. So I feel like he's quite laid back. He's got a good sense of humor. Jade, you might be able to take him. I will get some more evidence for you. I'm just seeing which names I need to energetically connect with, and we'll see where we go with that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so, and remember, this person will have passed, so it will be somebody who is in spirit. Okay, so let's see. I do want to say books with him, which for somebody that doesn't like to be tied down on all of those things, but there's something about stories, whether it's more cartoony stories or I can't think what they're called, graphic novels or something, but there's something cartoony with him that's quite specific. So I'm just going to find out if anyone can take that sort of graphic novel or films with that sort of genre, something like that. Okay, let's see where else we're going with this. Okay, now I've heard this evidence in a slightly different voice, so I'm not sure if this is somebody else I'm connecting with or whether this is to do with this young lad I'm working with, but there's somebody online who needs to hear the word Zach. So just everybody online, if you can just connect in with that and let me know, because I just need to let that go so it doesn't interrupt my connection with this young lad. Okay, Christina and Alison and Eggle. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I'm probably making a real hash of that. Let's see what else. Can any of you take the novels, the graphic novels, or sort of comic, or there's just something about books with him, but I don't necessarily feel like it's got quite a specific genre to it. I don't know that I'm necessarily describing it in the right way though. So let me just lean into the word I need to find. I don't even feel sci-fi is right either. It's almost like a bit of Marvel versus Space Marines, something like that. So there's just something. Saxophone player in our band. Don't know about cartoons. Okay. Can you take books? Let me pull it back, Bernie. Can you take anything to do with books, stories, or anything like that? And Christina, can you rule yourself in or out? Alison and Eggle, if you just put in a yes or a no, so that I know whether to let go of that evidence or whether to lean into it in a bit more detail. And if anyone can take the Zach bit, just write Zach in the words and I'll come back to that. You write stories. So Alison, we've ruled you out. That's helpful. Jade, we've ruled you out. Thank you. That's helpful. There's something about stories. So I do feel like there's something about books or stories. Okay. Bernie, I feel like I'm with you because that's a really, sometimes they give us the odd bits of evidence to rule lots of people out. So that's helpful because, you know, we want to place, don't we? Okay. So let's have a look and see. What else is he going to tell us? What does he want you to know? What's he come through with? It's interesting you should say you've illustrated it yourself, because I felt that's why I was saying a graphic novel. There's something to do with the pictures. So maybe that's how I've interpreted it. So he's definitely connecting in with that. Okay, the first thing he wants to say is that's awesome. The fact that you've written, you've illustrated, you've done that. He's really, really proud of you doing that. And what I'm hearing as I connect into that is, when is your next one? So I feel like it's something that he wants you to carry on with. He wants you to connect in with. He wants you to do more of. So I hope that doesn't fill you with horror, or maybe you've been thinking about writing another one, but certainly he wants you to get your second book in. So I've lost your connection. Can people not hear me? Let me just check. Can you hear me? Can somebody tell me if you can hear me or not, just before I go on? We can hear you fine. Lovely. Okay. So, Bernie, he was saying about you writing another book. So I feel like there's another new project you need. I feel like you've done amazingly well to do what you did. But he wants to push you a little bit and say, you've got this, you can do this. You can move forward. So there's something about you having that belief in yourself, and just taking that forward. So I don't know if you can let us know if you've been thinking about writing a second book or illustrating another book, but certainly Spirit is saying to you, do it. Go for it. I know it's a lot of work, but you've got some fantastic ideas up here, and they're saying don't let them just be in your head, be out there. So I'm going to leave you with his love, Bernie, and say thank you. Oh, wonderful. You have another book. Okay, well, it will be published then, Bernie, because he's saying that you're going to have more. So if you've been having worries about it being published or difficulties, that's why he's brought that through, because he's saying absolutely it will be published. He wants that second book to be out there. Okay, lovely. I shall leave you with his love. That's wonderful. Thank you for confirming for me and working with me. Let's see who else we have here. Okay. Oh, bless her. I've got a grandmother here. I'm not sure she was called grandma or grandmother, but she's almost coming through saying, look, I'm not the most exciting link, but I really want to come and say hello to my person. And there's a lot of love there. And I do feel like in that sense, I do say this with older people sometimes, she's somebody that would have probably got to the front of the queue, because she's managed to, despite being small, despite being quieter, despite her story not being as eye-catching, because she lived to a good age, and she's just saying, she's very humble, bless her. She keeps putting herself down, and she's lovely. She's a lovely, lovely lady. So I'm looking for somebody who has a grandmother in spirit, a grandmother that would have got to the front of the queue, quite tenacious, very underrated, but would have been the one to get that last bargain, would have been the one to get the best thing off the stall if there was a sale, and certainly was very, very proud of her family. I do feel like she had a shopping basket, or there's something to do with her shopping bag, that she kind of had and took all through. Okay. Your land was 93 and was a tiny little lady. Okay. I did say she was little. Can you take something to do with a shopping bag? There's something to do with, I don't know if it's one of those ones on wheels or one of those ones that unzips, and she's always got it. There's something specific about you knowing she would have a shopping bag with her, which is, so I just want to see if that separates out. Let's see what else we've got with her. Okay, I feel like, what's this? I feel like she'd have had those, there's something about coverings. I feel like over her sofa, whether it's something over the arm or something over the toilet roll, there's something about something covering, like a teapot cozy, or a, like the arms of sofas, they used to have things, or where the head went, they had something. There's something about cover. Can you understand that, Christina? About her having covers over things. She used to make beautiful creations. Okay, so that is the creative bit. Okay, so I've taken it too literally. Very, very creative. And she tells me everyone got blankets. That's why we're talking about covers then. Okay. All right. Christina, I do feel like I'm with you. She's done a very good job of coming through. Very, very determined lady. And she tells me two things. She tells me out on couches are, she's telling me two things. She's telling me you have her determination, so you can switch on that same level of steeliness. Oh, I'm gonna get that. And she's also telling me that you are creative, and when you're creative, it makes you shine, it makes you spark. So can you understand her message around connecting in with both those things? When you have a wobble, remember you are one strong cookie. You're made from tough stuff, and yes, you can. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. And your creativity is something you need to grow. It's what you should be doing. You need to get your creativity out there, because it's like you shine, but people will like it as well. So you do. She wants you to do that for you. I feel like it will just lift up your soul a little bit. So absolutely, really chuffed you can take that messaging as well. Goodness, we've got somebody from Alaska on. Welcome, welcome. Excellent. She did a great job, Christine. She's got such a lovely, wonderful energy. She's an absolute delight. Okay. Okay, so there's a bit of evidence I said earlier that okay, so I said the word Zach earlier, so I want to know if anyone can take a Zach in spirit, or if Zach is a name that's relevant to you guys, just because I heard it very clearly. So I'm just going to put that bit of evidence back out there. And I also feel that the next spirit who's coming along, there's something about, I need to talk about a bicycle. This is an unusual one. And I do feel like it's a bicycle rather than a motorbike. So I'm just going to ask if you can't take a bicycle as in one you sit on and ride, think of, is there a picture or a ornament, or I don't know, something that would mean a bike, somebody be talking to you about a bike, because I'm just being shown a bike. See what else. Maybe there's a memory connected with a bike, learning to ride a bike. Maybe let me lean into it a bit more, see what we can get with this bike. Okay, Darian, you can take a bike. Is that connected with you, Darian? I just want to check that out. Is that connected with you or your spirit loved one? And is there something you just bear? Oh, I'm so sorry, Wayne. I'm so sorry about your dad. He might come through. He's definitely able to connect with you. Let me just work with Darian. And it's about more who comes through to me. Okay, spirit loved one. Okay, would you understand? Okay, so would you understand them going out on their bike quite a lot? On I feel like almost like I see them like cycling all the time. Just like out on country lanes and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily feeling like it's a commute to work, oddly. I feel like it's more for leisure. And you can take a bike as well. So this person is cycling for leisure. I say that with surprise because it's not something that I would do, but I really admire people who are able to do that. I live in a very hilly area, so I wouldn't get very far. So we've got a bike, we've got them cycling for pleasure, but I also feel like there's a connection with teaching somebody to cycle. So I feel like there's something just around them being out on this bike. Okay. Okay. And let's see what else we get. Again, I feel like they might be quite a quieter person, a little bit more withdrawn, just because the evidence is coming through slowly. So either that means two things for me. They're either a quieter individual who isn't a big chatty I am, or it can sometimes mean that they had an issue before they passed, maybe with their speech or their mind. So I'm just going to wait and see. Can you take this person being a bit quieter? Just wait for that to come through. Just waiting for a reply on whether you can take that it's somebody, no issue with speech and mind. Can you take that they were a quieter person, Darian? Or more thoughtful? Just feel like there's something around them. I do feel like this person is quite intelligent, using his mind, his intellect. And I do feel like he'd have had a good job and held down a good job. So he's just telling me, as I said that stuff about mind, he's telling me that he was very, very switched on, not too quiet or loud. So a bit in between. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we've got for him. See what else we've got for him. A good job, yes, yeah. He's an intelligent chap, and he's progressed well at work, definitely. He didn't like me saying there might be something wrong with his mind, because he certainly brought through that good job. But I feel like he would have worked indoors versus the cycling's outdoors. Can you understand that, Darian? That he would have worked indoors, maybe on computers or something in an office, or I just feel like there's something about him needing to be inside for his job. Just wait for Darian to confirm that. So he works inside rather than being out and about. Okay, he was indoors most of the time, but didn't work indoors. Okay, he's got the indoors bit, so thank you. Let's find out why he's come through. Okay, so his message to you, Darian, is about having a sense of adventure. I feel like that's why he bought his cycling and going places and doing it for leisure, going places, seeing the beautiful countryside, seeing different places. And I feel like you could use some of that. So I don't know if you're planning a trip, or getting outside enough, or whether you need just a bit more balance in your life. I just feel like there's something about the freedom of going out, connecting with nature, and being there. He usually skipped work. So he's got a bit of a cheeky side as well. He certainly isn't telling you to work any harder. His message is all about that. Go out and live for the day. Go out and have some fun. Okay, so Darian, can you understand why he would be telling you to get outside and to go and enjoy yourself, go and connect with nature, go and do something that's adventurous? You're planning, but you're not up to it. Okay, so if you've had a period of not being up for it, I feel like he's telling you that you will get there, because he's certainly pointing to the fact that you need to have some fresh air, you need to have a bit of nature around you. So even if it's not necessarily a bike ride outside, I feel like even just being around some a park or a garden, just being outside will start to refresh and replenish you. And he also is pointing me towards the fact that you will get there. So you will get to the point when you can go out. So you can plan now some places you'd like to go, and that might just help you stay in the moment and stay connected, if you like. If you're planning day trips that you might do, say even in 6 months when things are a bit better. I feel like there's something about planning, having something to look forward to, thinking about it in a lower scale. So connecting with nature in your garden, or going out and about, just so that you're not overstretching yourself, but you really need that fresh air. You need that connection with grass, leaves and trees is what I'm hearing, or seeing. So you need to, just get that boost for you. So I'll just wait to check that makes sense for you, Darian, before I move on and thank him for coming through. So let me see who, yes, it does. Brilliant. Okay, well, we wish you luck. Do some healing, and things will, your energy will start to grow. So we will send you lots of good wishes from each of us here online today. Okay, let's see who else we have. Okay, so the next person I've got through is a proper book reader, would have enjoyed reading stories. I feel they go to bed with a book. They are definitely a reader. That's one of the things they want to bring through. They read all sorts of stories, and they can read quite thick books as well, so they can read a wide range of things. I feel like there's something about escapism in the books as well, so I do feel like a good story is important. I feel they wouldn't be afraid of reading a bit of horror or a bit of adventure or detective stuff, you know, because there's quite a wide range of stories that they are reading and getting into. I feel like this person died of an illness, and I feel like the reading was a bit of a solace to them as they couldn't, you know, as they started to not be able to maybe go out as much and do stuff. I feel like the reading was something that was important to them. I feel like whatever illness they had, it affected their appetite a little bit as well. I feel like there's an element of just nausea around their illness, and there's certainly some mobility stuff there. There's just that sense of life changing is what I want to say. See what else we're going to see. Oh, this is interesting. I do feel like this this person reached older age because I feel like their life got smaller. I feel like in their younger years, they would have been out and about and quite social. I feel like they would have been enjoyed being quite active. They would have worked. They would have done all of those things. And I feel like there's a deterioration, and then their ability to connect, to do things, to see the outside world is just reduced. Their world gets all that little bit smaller. Let's see what we can get from this. I do feel like I'm with a male, actually. I do feel like I'm with a male. So who can take this person? Let me just see. I do feel like it's somebody who would have had visitors. So I do feel like you'd have gone to see them. And I do feel like their illness was quite drawn out. So I'm feeling like it was a decline rather than a sudden illness and death. There's something about horses. So either followed the horses, bet on the horses, or lived somewhere where they could see horses outside. There's definitely a horse connection with this person. So I'm just going to go back over the energy. I have somebody who is a reader, a book reader. I have somebody who is not able to get out and about as much as their illness progresses. And I did I say male or female? If it's a female, I feel like she's not hugely feminine person, and I don't feel like she's into pink and fluffy things. She's more of a sort of you know, a straight up, and sometimes if I get male and female, it can be somebody that identifies as both, or has just that way. See what else she's giving me. Okay, so I'm now talking about her as a she. So I feel like this would have been somebody that would have identified as a lady. Can anyone take this lovely lady? She's not saying much. She's just showing me her in bed, reading books, lots of books. She's showing me her not being able to get out, but I do feel in her story, so in her life story, horses were important. And I feel like she would have lived near a river or some water. There's something about a body of water that's connected with her or near her. Just going to check. Okay, if nobody can take her, then I will ask her to step aside so we can do a final link. And just remind everybody that there is the name Zach that we had earlier. So nobody's taken the name Zach yet. I don't feel like it's a spirit name, but I feel like it is related to you or yours around you. Okay, let's see if we can get a final reading. We don't want to end it with somebody that can't be placed. If you can place her later on, just give me a little message back through. And if you can somebody just say if they can still hear me. I'm just checking that I am still connected before I make another connection. So just say hello in the chat. Anyone just say hello? Lovely, can hear you. Lovely, I was worried then. Okay, perfect. All right, that will raise the energy for us as well. Okay, hello, 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 hello. All right, let's see. Let's, Veronica, I hope it's okay. I know we're up to the hour, but I would just really love to give one more reading that can be taken. So if anyone can take our lovely lady or man, I wasn't quite sure, who was a reader and had a connection with horses and water, just pop me an email later. I always like to hear and know that I've eventually placed them. And meanwhile, I'm going to go back and see who's going to come forward for the last final link. Okay, I have another gentleman. We have had a day of reading for gentlemen today, but I feel that's fine. That's who's coming through. And I do feel like there's a mechanic connection with this chap. So either he was a mechanic or you will be able to take somebody around him being a mechanic, because I heard that very clearly. So we're looking for something to do with a mechanic, whether that's connected with you and yours or whether it's spirit. But the word mechanic is really important. Let's see what else we've got there. Along with that, I feel like his hands would have got oily or dirty, just in that sense of being a mechanic and getting right on in there. Please say yes if you can take a mechanic in spirit. I feel like he's got a sense of humor. I feel like he's quite savvy. I feel like he's a family man. I do feel like he's a family man. And if you can't take mechanic, then I would say working with cars. That's where I would go with that. So when I think of a mechanic, I'm thinking of somebody working with cars, mending cars, tinkering with cars. So just see who can take that. Let's see what else we've got. Father-in-law. Okay, Cornelia, can you take everything I've said? Can you take a mechanic? Can you take with cars? And can you take sense of humor? And can you take family man? So just put yes if you can take all of that so that I know I've connected with the energy correctly. And then we'll get a little bit more for you. Again, we've had quite a few people through with this lovely sense of humor today. I feel like it's not a big out there, but it's just a nice a mechanic working with cars. Brilliant. Well, he did it. He just said, this is just the information you need. You don't need any more. So I feel like that was quite a big part of his story, big part of him. How would he identify? He's come through with that. And I feel like... yeah, I mean, he's struggling because I don't know that much about cars. So he'd love to tell me all sorts of things. And I feel like he could talk cars all day. And I feel like he also was somebody that was quite ethical, because I feel like he wouldn't rip people off. He'd do a good job. It was important to him to feel cars were safe. I feel like there's something connected with that safety, cars, and doing a good job, but not ripping people off. I feel like that's just his energy. He'd be trusted, a trusted mechanic, not one of these that comes and changes the water in the squirter thing and charges you too much money for it. So Cornelia, can you take that as for your father-in-law? That understanding of him being quite ethical and safety being important, quality of work being important to him. Yes, trusted mechanic, absolutely. It's a really important part of his personality that people trusted him. And he absolutely was really valued and trusted in his local community. People would go to him specifically because of his reputation. And I feel that's something he was very proud of, and rightly so. Very, very well respected man. Okay, let's see why he's come through. And I just want to check, Cornelia, if you've got a car, there's something about a car connected with you. So I just want to check, have you got a car? And is it, I don't know, is it been in for a service, or does it need a service? Or are you thinking about getting in a car? He worked for a garage. There's something about a messaging through that's with a car. So I want to make sure I get your message right. I feel at the moment I want to go with it's about a car rather than the energy of it. So just going to wait for you to reply. Okay. Cornelia, what's his message to you? I do feel there's something about a car. So if you haven't got a car or somebody around you, I do feel like there's something about getting it seen and sorted. It's not a horrible message. There's no negativity there. He's just having a bit of fun, reminding you of the importance to get all of those things checked out. Just had a service, would like a new car. Okay, and you're not allowed to drive just as yet. So that's why he's connecting in with that car energy. Okay, so he's sending you lots of healing. You and yours are all sending you healing, and we're all going to send you lots of love from all of this life too. You will get back to driving. You will get back in your car, and he's going to make sure that car is okay. He's going to send you little reminders if it needs anything doing on it. He likes the fact that you take good care of it and you understand the importance of taking care of it. He wants you, this is a bit weird, so please go with it. He wants you to remember you're a bit like a car. You need to be looked after. You need your service. You've just had an operation. So I feel like there's something about listening to the advice you've been given, making sure you're following the advice given, making sure you're putting your feet up and letting other people look after you. And I feel like that might be challenging for you at times, but now is a time to sit back and be loved, sit back and be looked after and cared for. And he's just saying you so deserve it. There are lots of people around you that can take care of you, so let them. You don't have to be the one that does everything all of the time. So there's no shame in being looked after. You know, you are going to shine brightly again. You are going to get back on your feet. It's just, I feel you're going to try and push it yourself a bit too quickly. And he very much wants you to remember that even mechanical things need looking after. They need that time and just to go with it. So it is a challenging time, but listen to him when he says you will get there. Okay, you absolutely will get there. And he's sending so much healing energy. Veronica does a lovely healing one of these as well. So I really highly recommend. I can send healing. We're all going to send our best wishes to all of you who need healing on here today. And I'm going to leave you with his love, Cornelia. And I'm going to say thank you so much to everybody who worked with me. And I know there's so many on you here that wanted to hear from your loved ones that I didn't get to. Remember, they are here. They are wanting to work with you. It's just I didn't get to them today. So join me in a couple of weeks. Join one of the other readers. find a trusted medium who can connect for you, and know they're all up there sending us so much love. So I genuinely support all the positivity, all of the people that have joined on today, and I'm going to say thank you and goodbye, and please join me in 2 weeks time, and we'll work again with spirit. So thank you everyone, and thank you to the lovely Veronica who has helped me and facilitated this session today. So really appreciated it. Take care everyone, take some really positive energy, and lovely. Take care.